Okay, welcome to a new video. Okay, microphone test. Okay, good. All right. So, I'm going to show you autumn because I haven't, and it's pretty nice. So, what I'm doing at the moment, as well as some other little side projects, but this year, I'm going to make a song about summer, which I already have. Well, it's not done yet, but I've already started that. And autumn, I'll soon start to work on. I have like the little basis of the certain things I want in it, and spring and winter. I have the main melody I want to use for spring and winter. Well, only winter. For spring, I have like the finale, or like what I want the finale to be. But other than that, I don't really have too much of a thing for spring just yet. So, here is the beginning of autumn. So far, that part isn't finished yet. But something cool I want to do with the acoustic guitar. I want it to be tuned flat. I want all the strings to be tuned just a little bit flat. And the reason why I want that is because I used to play guitar and I never knew it was tuned flat. I always thought that it was tuned properly and I didn't have to tune it. Before I found out about tuning. I knew what the tuning pegs did. I just didn't know. Oh, you're supposed to tune them every now and then because they'll get flat, or they'll just get flat sometimes. So I was like, okay. I like the sound of it though, cause like I like the sound of when an instrument is played flat. I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's because I listen to a lot of folk music, especially Asian folk music, and sometimes their pitches for their stringed instruments. Not saying they always are, but for some of them that I've listened to, they sound a little bit flat. Because then again, they're folk instruments, and usually these instruments are like really old too. So yeah, and I really like the sound of when it's flat, especially for a guitar. It sounds kind of nice. But so that intro. So listen to the ending of Summer. Here's the great finale that my friends are like, "OMG, this was so amazing." I think it was kind of okay, but yeah. Isn't that nice? Yeah. So that there's barely any transition from this to this, but the reason why I wanted to start off this song with this sort of sad guitar solo is because, well, think about it. Autumn's nice and everything, but when you really think about it, it's like the start of certain things that aren't that great. Well, at least for me, because I have seasonal depression, so autumn and winter are like really tough seasons for me, like at all. Surprisingly, school just kind of puts an extra thing on that, but it's just, even if I didn't have school, I'd still be depressed for like no reason. And no, this doesn't mean I'm just really sad. I just feel super numb when I'm depressed. I don't feel sad usually. You know what? I just don't feel anything. But again, we don't care about that right now because I will get better eventually. So this intro, it sounds sad, right? It sounds pretty sad. But it's supposed to be the fading of the colors because, in autumn, the colors, they go away. Like, for example, in summer, things are green, right? Things are green. The sky's blue. It's not a false sun. It's all of it's nice. It's nice and hot. The trees are full and everything. But then, aside from the red and the yellow, those colors, usually you'll see brown, and it's kind of bland and colorless. So this, you can listen to it and think of something happy, but you can also listen to it and think of something sad at the same time. Because, like, I don't know if that makes sense. I think it does. But here is the reoccurring melody. I love this melody a lot. It's going to turn into a march and it's not done, which is why the first part is called Colorless Morning, because, the first day, colorless. And the first day, it's overcast as well. There's no, there's no sky. But the Autumn March, it's very much work in progress, but it's in 7/4, and that's really cool. But yeah, you'll hear the reoccurring melody a lot. So yeah, you can hear how that 7/4. It's kind of cool, but you'll hear this throughout the piece. But yeah, we're not gonna talk about this. It sounds pretty. Oh, I think I know how to make it sound better. Do we really need this? This right here? No, we don't. And let's see what else. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out what I can do to. I think I found the problem. Yes, I found it. I did it. Okay, this was the problem. This is way too low. And that's why. That's probably why I felt like it sounded pretty weird. And as well with these low notes here, they do not sound very good. So I'm going to take them out. Hold on, I'm gonna make it so I don't select dynamics on accident. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's these low French horn notes that make it sound really weird. Okay, select dynamics again. Alright, this is what it sounds like. You'll probably hear me do this thing a lot. Okay, I'll play the bari sax and French horn part. I like this. It's nice. But you didn't remember. This is in 7/4. Hold on. Okay, let me make this 4/4 real quick. And turns out I did not find the problem. I didn't. This being high makes it sound worse. Let me fix that. Hold on. Ugh, I'm getting upset. think I fixed it. But yeah, you may notice this sounds very Chinese, and that, well, not Chinese, but Oriental, sort of like Chinese folkish, because what I did here, if you look at the French horn part, I use complete fifths a lot, like this. And if you listen to, some folk music, especially from Asian countries, you'll notice that they do this a lot. And that's because it sounds really nice anyway. But yeah, I like using those tones quite a bit. And so this here, polyrhythm, we love it. And then this one is called Crisp Air. I haven't finished it yet, but it's basically just a flute thing. And it's kind of signifies. Okay, well, you know how in autumn they have this thing called fall sun, which it basically means that it looks really warm outside, but it's actually really cold and the air is kind of crisp. That's what this is for. It's not finished, but yeah, that's what it sounds like so far. But yeah, that's what that is. But um this is like the first time I've ever composed in the key of D for a full scale piece that's gonna be more than 5 minutes or more than 7 minutes or something. I don't really compose with D. I don't compose with D or A or B or E either. I like to use flats. Sometimes those are sharps. Like, depends on the context of these ones, but I usually use F sharp, A flat, B flat, especially D flat. I always use D flat with everything. And so this, hold on, let me see. Oh, yeah. It's basically a clarinet thing I'm working on right now, but this, so the sections of autumn, this is gonna be like, I think I'd like to make it section 2. There's probably gonna be 3 sections. And so the first, there, if this makes sense, I used to go to canyons a lot when I was little, and I guess I just associated it with autumn, and I was like, oh, cool, autumn, canyons. So I wanted to do something for the canyons. So there are 3 parts. There's gonna be one about sage, because I used to see a lot of sage plants, and one about our river, and one about just the canyon intro. And but this part, I don't know what to call it. I'd like to. It'll probably end up making it a part for like. Sorry, my brain just stopped working. Um, I don't know what to do with it, but it sounds really autumny and I like it. It's kind of like a little autumn waltz, autumn colors waltz. I think that's what I originally called it. And the reason why I did it in 12/8, you'd probably be like, that sounds like 6/8 or 3/4 or something. But the thing is I use very weird emphasis. You can tell, especially in Storm, I don't like the idea of normal emphasis. I'll show you a nice, good example of me just like, the emphasis isn't really cool. I don't like that very much. This is probably the best example. So yeah, that probably sounds like, oh yeah, he bullets in 5/8. He used to write like 5/8 emphasis, but I'm just like, yeah, but I used 5/8 though. But I don't like using normal emphasis ever. I don't do that. But this here, if you listen to, I'm going to just, oh shoot, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to play just, hold on, let me get the second. Let's mute the first ones and solo contras like this. And, oh, it's doing that thing where it just slow glides through because of this note. So I'll just delete this whole section. I'll put it back later. But so it's supposed to be a slower tempo as well, and there should be no emphasis on this note at all. It should be played like all three of these notes. The only emphasis that I want to hear is on this note and this note, and then all these three notes have no emphasis. So yeah, because I've showed this to a couple people and they asked me, but why did you use 12/8? There could have been something else you could use, like 6/8. But I'll show you why I didn't use 6/8. Hold on, let me just put this part in 12/8 because this is longer and it might crash MuseScore. So here, listen to 6/8. First things first is for 6/8, it's these two notes, and then these three notes are in different measures. And for these to be in the same measure, it just sounds like a phrase. And then this here, this is me like saying no to normal emphasis. Because if this was 6/8, there would be emphasis on here and then here. I want the emphasis to be on these two notes and then no emphasis. And reason being is because I was like, hey, I kind of like the way that sounds where I just hit that note once and then this note twice. As well, these two notes. So normally if it was 6/8, it would be these two, hold on. Let me get the 6/8. Get 6/8 in. No, that's 8/8. Here's 6/8. It would be these two little guys, and then this guy. But I want it all to be connected and just, no emphasis because of the next measure. If that makes sense. So that's why I used 12/8, because I really like 12/8 anyway. It sounds pretty nice. But yeah, that's what I have for this. Might as well just work on this just a bit. Hold on. It's time to work on this one. We're working on this clarinet section that has no work done on it. Oh, E flat, okay. Wait, hold on. It's supposed to be quiet, so mezzo piano. Yes. I don't like that. Sounds really difficult anyway. know what I could do. But yeah, that's basically what I have here. This is gonna be a shorter one because I'm tired and I don't feel like doing anything right now. But yeah, this one is a pretty short video in comparison to my other ones, actually. Yeah, I'll see you though. Um, have a good day. Glad I got to share this with you. I hope you enjoyed it, and goodbye.